Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 9. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, so this episode opens up and Sheree is at an acupuncturist. She has decided that she's doing this holistic approach to life. She's not only doing this for her lifestyle change, she's also doing this to help with her fibroid issues, and I hope that it does help for her. However, the way she was behaving in this office is exactly the way I would have behaved. And when she yelled out to that lady, "Take that one out," that would have been me too. As a matter of fact, as soon as the first needle entered, I would have went on and left. I've changed my mind, ma'am. I'm trying to be holistic, but I can't. Anyway, so Marlo is still on a high from her date. The guy that she went on a date with sent her some beautiful roses and a good morning text. And I have to say, that is a nice little touch. I really do appreciate a nice good morning text. You know, how's your day going? I think that's really cute. I like that. However, Marlo did say that she was scared to let someone in because when she does, they usually use her weaknesses against her. And I thought to myself, really, Marlo? The way you use everyone else's weaknesses against them? Girl, bye. I am just not feeling Marlo. I'm sorry, I cannot give Marlo any love. She is driving me crazy. Then we see Sanya. She's working on her Mommy Nation fundraiser. However, her auctioneer is not able to arrive due to having COVID. So her best friend / team member says, why don't you use Kenya as the auctioneer? Meanwhile, Kenya is off doing a commercial for Kenya Moore Hair Care. Now listen, I thought to myself, Sanya always has such low comments about Kenya, about Candy, but she has no problem using them for her Mommy Nation situation due to them and all of their followers. She definitely wants to grab a hold of their audience. However, I thought, why are you calling Kenya? Why are you asking Kenya to be your auctioneer? Why not ask Sheree or Marlo? You seem to be up the crack of their butts all the time. She calls Kenya and Kenya graciously says, sure, okay. However, in the back of Kenya's mind, she says, this is the second time that Sanya has reached out to ask me to do something without going through her agent, meaning she's asking her to do these things free of charge. I'm just saying, Kenya could have said no, but she said yes. Hey, listen, I did not know that deep down in my heart, I needed to see Kenya and Brooklyn in their matching outfits, twirling, being Gone with the Wind fabulous, but I needed it. I just love the two of them together. Kenya may have grown up without a mom, but she sure is momming, isn't she? She is killing it as a mom. Kenya is doing a great job with Brooklyn. Every time Brooklyn sees Kenya or comes into the room, both of them lighten up as if they hadn't just seen each other, 10 minutes ago. They are so cute. Kenya's new man, Roy, shows up. I don't really know how I felt about the visit. He seemed to be there to be supportive. He dropped off some food and drinks and he left real quick. I don't know if it was just that he felt uncomfortable around the cameras. It's possible that that's what it was. What I did appreciate is on his way out, he made it his business to stop and say goodbye to Brooklyn. And I think that's super cute. I can appreciate that. So we get to find out a little bit more about Drew's sister. And listen, we found out that not only was she managing Drew and her career since she was 8 years old, at the same time she was managing Drew, she was also a TV writer for the TV show A Man, which I absolutely love that show. Let me tell you, that show was so good, and it wasn't just because I was totally head over heels for Sherman Hemsley. I've always loved him as George Jefferson. Anyway, she was also writing for the show Martin. And does anybody remember that show Rock? My mom used to love that show. She wrote for that show as well. She also worked for the William Morrison Agency. She worked for Wesley Snipes Agency. I mean, that woman was busting her butt. And she said that she had not taken a vacation at all. I said, well, that'll cause you to have stress and anxiety. No wonder she has been so wound up. She ended up in a mental health facility. And I am so thankful that they took the time to speak about her sister and her mental health on national TV. There is a lot of people in this world that are going through different mental health crises, and they feel alone, and they shouldn't. People should understand them. They should be able to get the help that they need. If you are one of those people, please reach out and get help. You deserve to feel better. This is not your fault. I am so excited to see Drew and her sister pull their lives back together. We find out that she suffered through an abusive relationship. She has anxiety, stress, PTSD. All of these things will cause you to have major trauma. And I am so thankful that she got the help that she needed. I hope that she continues to rest up. I also hope that whatever her dreams are, that she can achieve them. And I really, really am excited to see her and Drew pull their relationship back together, because sisters belong together. I am just wishing them the very best and sending out so many good thoughts for her and her sister and her mom. Now, honey, listen, this OG dinner, girl. Whew. I mean, sometimes it's real nice to see OGs. You know, they were the first cast, but Nene Leakes wasn't there. And so it didn't give what they thought it was going to give. Lisa Wu came off as possibly drunk. I mean, that was just my opinion. And Deshawn was still Deshawn from the first season, except now she's a lot sexier, but she was still boring and not giving. And, you know, Kim was doing too damn much. I can say that they did look beautiful, every last one of them. However, I noticed while watching the show and then checking out the confessionals that Sheree has done something to her face. I'm not exactly sure what it is that she's done to her face, but I'm starting to get the feeling that she had something done to her nose. And I would just like to say that women should be able to do whatever the hell it is they want to do. But my personal opinion, I thought that Sheree was drop dead gorgeous before whatever she's done. But if she loves it, so do I. She should have every right to change whatever it is she wants to change. Kim, you know, she was doing too much. She really was. When she comes in, Sheree tells her how good she looks. And she makes this comment about her mom. She says the only good thing about that bitch is her jeans. Girl, listen, that's still your mama. That's rude and totally disrespectful. And it's on national TV disrespecting that woman. I'm just saying, please calm down. Now, you know, they talked about that husband. And she's back with the husband. And, you know, I didn't talk about it much on my channel because I didn't care. I was pissed off when they released the 911 call, when she called 911 and, you know, wasted 911's time on a call that was not really required. And she could have also called the non-emergency line, considering that she had sent the kids off with one of her friends and Croy was not happy about it. So Croy said that he was going to report the woman for kidnap. And when she got on the phone with the 911, she didn't really want them to do anything. She says, oh no, we'll be fine. He's fine. You know, he's left now. We're going to be fine. Well, why the hell are you on this call? Somebody else who's having a serious emergency could be calling in. Hang up, clear the damn line. I'm just saying, that really ticked me off. You know, a lot of people said that they thought that this was a bit of a publicity stunt. You know, Kenya Moore had her opinion about what was going on as well.
My true feeling is that they're not getting divorced. I think that it's just a way to get out of owing their debtors.
You know, she's upset with Kenya because she said Kenya attacked her kids or whatever. Kenya didn't attack her kid. Kenya told her about herself when she was out on the Twitter. I don't know, it could have been the Instagram. She was out on one of them and made that comment about whose D does Brielle have to suck for John Legend tickets or something like that, she said, which was absolutely disgusting. And you would never expect anybody's mom to pose such a question. So when Kenya brought it up, she was really pissed. I said, girl, between that comment and that little argument and how Kenya completely wiped the floor with your butt at season 10's reunion, you still mad? Girl, go on somewhere. Get the hell up out of here. Then she tried to rewrite history about the tardy for the party. She said, I don't know why Candy's so upset with me. All I did was sing a hit song. Girl, that song was not a hit because you sang it. The thing is, you stole that woman's money. You were supposed to pay her for that song and you never did. Why are we rewriting history? Girl, get the hell on up off this show. Anyway, I agree with Kenya's comments. Maybe her and Croy did set all this up to try to get out of debt. I don't know. And I don't know exactly how that would work because, you know, in his divorce filings, it did show that they broke. They don't have no money. I don't know. Maybe this is her big way of getting back on the show so that they can get some money. I don't know. Anyway, Sheree tells them that they're invited if they want to come to the Portugal where all the girls are going to go. Kenya's very excited about it and she says she's always wanted to go to Spain. I said, well, all right, but it's not Spain. But you know what? I didn't laugh because there are a lot of people that believe that Portugal and Spain are the same. And they're not. Two separate countries, but right next to each other. Anyway, so she goes and asks Sheree, well, who's all going? And Sheree says, Marlo. She says, oh, I love Marlo. She loves Drew, but not Kenya and Candy. Girl, you don't have to go. I mean, you're not a part of this cast anymore. And, you know, if you're not a part of the cast, didn't they say that when Marlo wasn't a part of the cast, she had to pay for her, you know, flights and accommodations? I don't think you and Croy can afford it, so just go and stay home. I'm just saying. She tried to act as if her and Croy are just perfect. When Lisa brought up that foreclosure, she gave that same line of bull she was given before. We're not going to let our multi-million-dollar property go up for foreclosure for $207,000. Oh my gosh. Girl, we've seen all over the news that your credit card company is suing you. Girl, quit playing with us. You and Croy just be saving yourselves by the skin of your teeth. Leave us the hell alone. Anyway, so we get to this mommy nation. Sanya's sister has an attitude because Sanya didn't give her the full details. She didn't know what time she was supposed to be there. And she has other responsibilities on top of taking care of Sanya's hair. Okay, so normally Sanya's sister really gets on my nerves, but I felt like she was entitled to be upset this time. You know, that was a big lack of communication. But my problem is this. If you are so unhappy and you are so sick of Sanya, you think that Sanya is entitled, you also think that she doesn't have boundaries, why the hell haven't you moved out and got your own shop or some new clients, you know, and just, you know, been a grown woman and did your own thing, but you're still living at Sanya's house. So you couldn't be that unhappy. My thing is this, Sanya, hire a team. This is getting to be ridiculous. Hire a team and give your family a date to be out of your house, or you guys are going to keep this fighting back and forth going on and on and on. And every time they get into these arguments and fights, did anybody notice that Sanya is the only one crying at the end of all of this? The rest of them just go on about their business after they tell her off real good. Girl, go on somewhere. Fire your sister and get another stylist. And when you do get your new stylist, please keep the person updated on the schedule. This is ridiculous. You're a professional, remember? Mommy Nation brunch / charity event auction is about to take place. Kenya is late. She says that she got called by one of her staff members that said that her and her +1 cannot sit together, and Kenya was not okay with that. Sanya says they can figure it out when she gets there, and Kenya says, okay, better late than ugly, and I don't know what that meant. Candy shows up and finds out that she's got paddle number 69 assigned to her. You know good and daggone well Sanya assigned her that paddle. I was impressed with Candy because she said that she had a concert the night before in Tennessee. She drove home to Atlanta. She did speak on it. Then she came to the Mommy Nation brunch, and then she was headed out for another concert later that same night. That's real friendship, honey, because the way I'd have been laid up in bed, dead to the world, I would have had to send her a check. Girl, I can't come. I'm tired. I've been singing it and just kicking it all night long. I just can't. Sanya made some little shady comment about Candy not showing up for a couple of other the events. And I said, girl, shut up. She thinks that she must be Candy's favorite. No, ma'am, you're not. Kenya is extremely late. And when I say extremely late, this woman shows up an hour and a half late. And when she showed up, I said, dear God, how rude. But then let me tell you, she made up for it. Now, first of all, I thought her little outfit was cute. Marlo tried to clown her and make fun of her outfit. And I said, Marlo, girl, do you remember this outfit? Don't you ever fix your lips to talk about Kenya. I'm just saying. This charity event is definitely a worthwhile charity event. They are raising money for homeless moms, and I am so excited about this. Mommy Nation raises money for homeless moms. It rings a lot better than homeless but not toothless. Anyway, I'll never forget that charity name. Please change it. Before they get to the auction, Sanya is giving out mommy awards. She calls them the mommies, kind of like the Oscars. Anyway, I think when she calls them the mommies, it should have, instead of being like the Oscars, it should be like the Tonys, because that rhymes. Anyway, she gives Sheree an award, and I said, oh, that's nice. You know, that's really nice. But to me, it was just more butt kissing. Anyway, congratulations, Sheree, on your mommy award. Sanya tells Kenya the ins and outs to the fundraiser. She says the goal is $50,000. Kenya says, 50,000? She said, we're going to raise that up to 100,000. You got 50,000 at this table right here. Honey, listen, when she said there was 50,000 at that table right there, Sanya got scared. She said, oh my gosh, you're going to scare these people off. This is my first fundraiser. The rest of the ladies at the table was like, 50,000 right here. Candy says, well, if we divide it between us, that's 7,000 a piece. She looks at Drew. She said, you got 7,000? Drew said, do you? She said, yes. Honey, them ladies was not here for the 7,000. They started throwing up them paddles for 5,000 here, 5,000 there. Listen, Courtney threw up her paddle for 2,500. I said, you go, Courtney. Courtney was more in my price range. Anyway, we find out that Sheree, she ain't really want to donate.
And it took a second before Sheree actually agreed. Like, she was just like, well, I'm a new glam mom. I'm a this, I'm a that. Like, they took all that out. Oh, she was saying that? Well, she wasn't, like, quick to throw that card up. Like, we kept saying, like, come on now, Sheree. We know you got that money.
Honey, now, listen. Sheree says she a glam mom. You know, that woman is always doing something. She is always trying not to pay. That is hilarious. You are at this charity event. Were you not going to donate or buy anything? Come on now. Listen, it was great. Kenya worked the hell out of that auction. They did not quite make the $100,000 that Kenya was hoping for, but they did make $78,000, which is $28,000 more than Sonia ever dreamed about. And I think that's amazing. And Kenya did all of that free. So Sanya should really give Kenya a break. Anyway, you guys, I'm really interested in hearing how you guys felt about the OG dinner. Was it everything that we thought it was going to be? It wasn't for me. Anyway, get down in the comments and let me know. And until next time, bye.